All right, freshwater fishing novices, welcome back. My name is Moles. This is Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel. It's Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday. Thanks for coming back, guys. So today, quick fire, me and Carlton are going to tell you what you need to go catch bass if you've never caught bass before. If I had to tell anyone to go bass fishing right now, what would I say?
Don't do it at the ocean.
No. Why are we at the ocean? Because it's ironic. Today, me and C-Tone are going to tell you guys what you should be using, where you should be looking to go catch bass if you've never caught bass before. So let's get into it.
At 7 feet, medium, 10-pound line, mono, Senkos or some kind of stick bait, 5 inches. I would say green pumpkin. That'll work anytime, anywhere. So somewhere between a 1/0 and a 3 or maybe 4/0 hook. I would say 3/0 would be what I would say. Almost any worm will work. Bass Pro Shop. Stickos are cheap. Young dingers. Senkos are awesome, and I really like them for wacky rig, or if you're doing weedless rig. It's about the fall. Throw it outside, some weeds. So wacky rig can be awesome if you're in clear water, you have no weeds or minimal weeds. Wacky rig is hard to beat. Something like that, it's gonna look tiny, as opposed to like extra wide gap, EWG, is gonna look more like this. So wacky rig, if you're gonna basically take, that small hook, and you're gonna take that 5-inch Senko, looks just like this, and you're gonna hook it right in the middle. It's gonna look like a mustache. Yes. And then what you do is huck that thing. So the fall rate is slow. I like the Senko because it's faster than any of the other ones, or at least the ones I've used, because of the salt content. Yes. Any of these falling sort of presentations, generally speaking, I think really seems to make a difference. If you're unsure, you're going to be limited, right? But if you can get to somewhere, especially if you can get in the water, it depends on the place. Say you're in a place that's sandy. If you can get in the water, sometimes that will change your angle. You can find like weed lines, cast like horizontally along that weed line. Because a lot of times those fish are cruising outside that weed line, or maybe they're right inside that weed line, and they're gonna see that and pop out. And also docks, just on the edge of a dock, those fish will go in there. You can see I'm squinting. Well, they can't do that. They'll go under that dock when it's sunny. A lot of times in the sun, people will say don't fish when it's bright out, but they become more easy to know where they are. When it's dark, or when it's getting dark or low light, they're going to cruise. But when it's bright light, they're going to find places where they can get out of that light, under the trees, go to the bank. A lot of times when we fish from kayaks, we're actually just throwing at the bank underneath trees.
I think we both agreed medium rod. We both agreed 10 to 12 pound monofilament line. Why monofilament line? Monofilament line is more forgiving. So as a beginner or a novice or a noob, that's what you want to be using. It's easier to tie knots on a monofilament line as well. What I would say is a 1/0 to 3/0 wide gap hook. This guy would probably say 4/0. What we would use that on would be a stick bait, a Senko, a yum dinger, a worm. I think we both agree that green pumpkin or watermelon red flake is the go-to color you want to use. If you want to use something else, my suggestion, without weight, would be a bandito bug. But that's only because I have way too much luck on a bandito bug. Bandito bug right here. Now, where would I target if I was fishing 1/0 wide gap, weedless, weightless hook? Here's a picture of that. That's what I go to. That's what I tell everyone to throw. You've never fished before, I'm telling you guys to throw this. A wacky rig. A wacky rig looks like this. Bait holder hook or octopus hook. But there's a picture of it right here. The way I rig it is I use a little rubber band. I don't know why I'm talking with my hands when I can show you a picture. Little rubber band on the middle of the worm. And I put the hook around the rubber band. That way you don't mess up your soft plastic too much. Where do I target? There's 4 S's. Shade, structure, shallow, swirls. If you see a swirl, boop, that means a fish is doing something. toss your soft bait right to that. It doesn't matter if it is shallow. If you're in the middle of open water, you see a swirl, toss right to that, let it do nothing. 9 times out of 10, a fish is going to hammer that thing. Structure, trees, rocks, bushes, tree overhangs, anything like that. Shade, anywhere it's darker than when the sunlight's hitting. If you see shade, throw to the shade. So shallow is the other S. Typically, you'd be surprised how many bass are stuck up shallow. What they're doing up there is they're ambushing bait fish. They'll chase bait fish right to the shore. The bait fish can't go anywhere, so they just hammer them then. So you throw shallow, drag it back towards you if you're in a boat. If you see a dock, left side, right side, front side, you don't know which way that bass is facing. So if you don't get hit on one, go to the other. All right, freshwater fishing novices. Hopefully Carlton and I laid down a little bit of knowledge that will help you go catch bass for the first time. Hopefully that video was nice and quick, to the point. Now you guys know what you should be dealing with. There's a ton of visuals, super rapid fire information dump. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like that video. Share it with a friend who might need to know how. Maybe they've never caught a bass before and they're trying to figure it out. Like and share. If you guys like this stuff and want to see more of me and Carlton, or just me, or just Carlton, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that red button. Make it turn gray. You'll be notified of all videos in the future. And it helps my channel grow. It helps other people learn how to fish. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Catch you next week.